my family, which was the Page movie, and it was fun. It was funny, really funny. Nick Frost was funny. Obviously, they made up a bunch of shit in this movie because they don't tell. It didn't have her getting cum shots in the face from Brad Maddox, that's for sure.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah, sorry. There's no Brad Maddox or Xavier Woods in it. But still give it 3 1/4. It was a fun watch. Dave Mastiff was in it, Vic. He's just randomly one of the British wrestling extras. I was like, okay.
That's awesome.
Yep. So anyway, that's all I got. Just a whole lot of Waco stuff. I've watched so much Waco stuff. Like, I got this way with Bundy too. Once you do so much research on somebody, by the time you're ready to talk about it, you feel like you know absolutely everything. And anything you see or hear about, you're like, I already fucking knew that. Jesus Christ, can't I find something new? You know? So I'm happy to move on. I mean, I enjoyed my time in Waco here, in Waco, Texas, learning about them. But at the end of the day, I'm ready to move on to a new subject. And, you know, Marshall Applewhite's going to be our man. So more Colts. Woo!
Yeah.
By the way, happy birthday to my son who's 1 today. So, little guy turned 1 today.
A little
You
true.
know.
What?
It's Truett's birthday. My wife says happy first birthday.
Yeah. He's a happy little guy, although he was raging tonight about something. I don't know. He rages sometimes and yells at everybody.
Buy half-price books so that my wife can kidnap your child. All 3 of them. Oh, the 3 little ones? No, I can't have. Because the one, I'd be trying to steal the food because she likes like junk food like I do. So.
You got to look out for my wild ass kids.
Don't you have like 5, 10, 15 kids? You have something like that, right, Travis?
I have 5, but 3 are mine.
Do what, Lisa? Oh, that is jacked up. My wife just threw the ultimate burn on you. She said that pull-out game is weak as hell.
Hey, that's intentional, sir. I haven't had any accidents.
That was intentional? You haven't had any accidents? Okay.
Never won. Never won. Ask Vic, he'll tell you. He knows.
Wow.
Never won. That's like my claim to fame. I've never once been surprised by any of them because every one of them was intentional. So
that's because they're all like amazingly cute kids, which I don't understand because you're hideous. So I don't.
And they all look like me. That's the best part. So they're obviously beautiful.
You're not hideous. I'm kidding. I was paraphrasing. What is it? Kevin Smith, Clerks 2. Like, you're the most hideous child I've ever met.
Oh man. Hell yeah.
So what are we talking about? What we've been watching? I watched some old movies, guys, some old horror that I'd never seen, courtesy of my wife, because I'd never seen this. I watched Splice with Adrian Brody. Have you seen it?
What is it again?
Called Splice. It came out about the same time as the remake of
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched it whenever I worked at Blockbuster.
Yeah, and I watched Hide and Seek, which I'd never seen before. I know, right? I can't believe I missed that one, but that was good. And then I saw one about these ruins. It's called The Ruins. They're like in Mexico. Yeah.
I like that one. I think I own that.
Yeah, that was actually better than I thought it was going to be. And I watched Body Bags. The wife rented it for me a couple weeks ago. Body Bags. I keep trying to get it on DVD, but it's like $40 everywhere I look. I'm like, ugh.
Dude, it's dumb. It's like they've never produced it. You can probably find it at horror conventions because a lot of people sell those, but I'm sure it's still overpriced.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I've been watching. And watched some science fiction-y stuff. But I did watch Heartstopper with my wife. She had never seen it. Robert Englund's in it. He gets killed by a serial killer who extracts his heart while he's still alive. Really gory. Really, really, really. But good, wholesome fun, man. So a couple of new ones that were new to me that were still old that I hadn't seen. As far as anything new, I really haven't watched anything really new. Really. But I guess I'm just so busy. I just haven't had a chance to really sit down and check out Netflix or anything like that. Wife and I were considering getting Hulu. What do you guys say, yay or nay on Hulu?
I like Hulu.
Yeah.
Put it this way, Blake. My wife pays for Netflix and Hulu, and I pay for Sling. But I only pay for Sling during the months when there's football and basketball. And then during the summer, I don't pay for anything. I just cancel Sling. I don't have cable. I don't have satellite. I don't need any of that shit. I just do subscription services like that. But as far as Hulu and horror, they have some decent horror. But I more so like Hulu for the TV shows because that's more what it's for, in my opinion.
Because right now I've got Netflix, I've got Shudder, and then I've got Prime, Amazon Prime, regular Prime.
Yeah.
So that's the three that I'm rocking with right now. I just didn't know if Hulu was worth it or not.
If you're looking for shows and things like that you don't want to wait for them to get to Netflix, that type of thing, I think it's a good investment, good thing to subscribe to.
I like The Flash, and I haven't seen the newest season, but I don't know if it's on Hulu yet or not either. So.
Well, I can tell you that in just a second. But I tell you, man, the thing that I like about subscription services, it's not like you're locked into a contract, so you can always just cancel, If you're not digging it, and then you can come back later, and most of the time they're willing to give you free shit just to come back.
That's nice.
So I love it. Whereas cable and, satellite and all those are a pain in the ass, or they do things that piss me off. Yeah, let me check The Flash here for you, buddy. Yeah. No, my subscription doesn't have The Flash. It's like it shows it on live TV. It has the live TV one. The Flash is not on Hulu.
Okay, that's not a problem. I did want to tell you guys, I saw a Stephen King that I'd never seen. We did buy up there at Half Price Books. Sometimes they come back. So I did watch that one. I watched Devil's Advocate and The Tommy Knockers and Hollow Man. And got a John Carpenter here I've never seen called The Ward. Have you seen it?
That's the John Carpenter movie.
Yeah, is it any good?
I've seen it, and the fucking, I don't know, it's predictable, I'll say that.
Okay, because I've got Pandora.
It's his worst movie.
It's his worst movie?
I think so.
Well, I might hold out. And my wife picked up Ed Gein, the one with Steve Railsback, and we've also got, I think, the one with Kate Hodder, too.
The Kate Hodder one's so terrible.
Hodder was terrible. What about Steve Railsback version? Is it good?
It's okay. It's kind of like Dahmer.
We've already got it. I thought we had the Kane Hodder one. We have two versions of the Steve Railsback version because we've got the 3-pack in the Steelbook. It's Ed Gein, Gacy, and Dahmer. Gacy is Mark Holton, and Dahmer is Jeremy Renner. Yeah, it's probably the best one. I think the Dahmer one's the best one. The Gacy one, I don't know. They're just so wildly inaccurate, Well, right, but he's very close to what Gacy looks like, though. They picked a good actor. They did get that right. They did, but they had him killing people dressed as a clown. I'm like, they didn't do that. No, that was his birthday party thing. He killed people in shirts and pants and slacks and shit, fucking leisure suit type shit. It wasn't. Exactly. So that's what I'm watching is a bunch of old stuff, basically. Nothing wrong with that, man. I like going back to the old stuff. I'm looking forward to about month and a week or so from now, New Pet Cemetery coming out. I'm pretty excited about that. But even before that, that movie Us is coming out. Have you seen the previews for this? What's it called, Us? I haven't seen the previews. Called Us. What about you, Vic?
Yeah, I see.
I thought you had.
The black
this is the new Jordan Peele movie. Now, if you really pay attention, okay, so what it's about, Blake, is this black family. I say black just because it's just because it's Jordan Peele. Anyway, they have these doppelgangers that are trying to take over their reality. They're trying to take over their life, and they're evil. So it's like that. But the previews are scary as shit. Yeah, I want to take I have to see the New Pet Cemetery. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about both of those. By the way, speaking of Jordan Peele, I got to slip this in. New Twilight Zone comes on April 1st. I'm getting CBS access, just CBS All Access, just for that. And then once the first season's over, I'm canceling.
So there's a new Twilight Zone coming out? That's correct.
Yeah, Jordan Peele's doing it.
I didn't see any of his movies. Did he Get Out?
He did Get Out, and Get Out was awesome.
I never saw Get Out. I watched the other one that came out about the same time, Don't Breathe.
That wasn't him, though, was it?
No, but it was about that same time.
Yeah, it was good also. I like both of them. Blake, when you get a chance, look up Twilight Zone trailer. When you get off here, look it up on YouTube so you can see the new trailer for the Twilight Zone. It's fucking sweet.
I'll do that. I have to ask you guys a question because I know how you are when they deviate away from things. And you may or may not have read Pet Sematary, the book, but
I have.
You haven't?
I have. I've read it.
Oh, you have. Well, what is your thoughts? What are both of your thoughts on them changing it and making it? Because I'm sure you already know they reveal a lot in the trailer. That it's not gay.
Well, I think it's actually. I think it's not that bad because of the fact that I feel like when you do like a movie like this, that they're constantly comparing it to the one that came before it. So if you switch things up, then you don't have to worry as much about it just being a straight remake like they did with It. They've changed things in It also. So I'm cool with it, man. It might just end up being, different. And I'm okay with different. If you're going to do a remake, you might as well do it different. I don't want to see a shot-by-shot remake, so do it a little different.
Okay, all right.
I'm just, man, I tell you what, like, I'm pretty much open-minded when it comes to horror movies until I've seen it. If I see it and I think it sucks, then I'll say it sucks. But I'm not going to try to be a traditionalist about things. Like, I like The Shining, the Kubrick version, better than I do the book. So, I'm not always stuck on source material. If you can do it better, then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be the same.
There you go. I understand how some people, it's a point of contention for them.
Yes, sir. Well, that's all I got for this week, fellers. I got all sorts of things that are grinding my gears, but nothing worth mentioning. We'll try to get back into the swing of our top 10 horror movies next month. I know it was a busy month for Vic and me both, and you too. We'll get back into the swing of things. I had my cruise and all that shit. That was fun. But, back to reality, and we'll try to get back in the swing of things a couple times next month for sure. And pretty excited to talk about Heaven's Gate. I get to do all sorts of research on that because, yes, I remember it, but at the same time, I barely paid attention to it because I wasn't the twisted person that I am now. So, you know what I mean? I'd be all over it if it was now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a good time, and I'm actually looking forward to it, because next month I don't have any, to my knowledge, I might be attending a convention, but I'm not booked for any next month, so I'm kind of getting a little bit of a bye, yeah. But then it gets into full swing, and then I'm gone and busy from August to, October with all these things, so I'm looking forward to getting to get out there and move the van stuff. And I wish you guys could be at the one in, Bowling Green, but I know you have things to do. But if you change your mind or you happen to be in the area, just stop by and say hi. I'll be there.
Oh, believe me, it's not a change my mind thing. It's a I'm getting drunk somewhere type thing. But, that is what it is. That's part of being married. So, and plus, I'm pretty sure my kids are going to be with me at this wedding, so I'm really going to have to, down some alcohol or something because it should be wild. But anyway, fellas, I think that's all I've got for this week. So we'll be back as soon as we possibly can. And, yeah, that's all I got, fellas. Hopefully you have a good rest of your February.
If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say thank you for having me on. This was a really, really great show. This was a lot of fun to get to talk about something that we really couldn't get any real clear, concise decisions or answers on because there was just so much left unanswered, with the whole situation. But it was it was a really cool, show to be able to discuss something like this. And I want to say thank you for having me on.